Hey y'all. Um, I just got out of Monday night motivation, and we went and grabbed some packing tape because Mr. Stuff ran out. Right? If you were in our live earlier, you know he ran out of packing material as far as tape. On our return home, this package was there. This is a new seller to me. I'm not going to announce who it is. Um, but it's a box in a bag, which I've shipped that way too. But the box doesn't feel intact, so I'm thinking the carrier, or but the box doesn't feel. He's safe here first. I'm just doing a live pop up. Typically, I do these before a show or at the end of a show, but this box feels almost like a gift box that isn't technically structurally sound. I might be wrong. I'm guessing because it's in a package, right? It's an unboxing. It's a new seller to me. Um, so I'm just hoping the carrier didn't screw my stuff up, because the one thing, the biggest complaint about sending stuff is having that. I have a few people that work with carriers, and they told me don't ever put these on. It doesn't even matter if it's small ones, because some employees, it don't matter which carrier, they will use them as kicking. They'll use them as a target, like flag football and all that good stuff. So I'm not worried about it so much. I'm worried about if I don't know. It feels like the box might have been compromised. I hope not. I am not going to reveal who I purchased this from, other than it's not any of my normal people, and I apologize. Typically I just open this and not do a live, but yeah, so this explains why the box felt the way it did. When I purchase from new sellers, typically I only purchase a couple things. It was advised from another great channel to figure out your new sellers, and then I went to the extreme. I don't remember what I purchased, but I do think that there's a reason there's a fragile. But it does no good to put fragile if you're going to recycle a chip box. I'm sorry. I'm not going to reveal who this person is. I enjoy them in our communities, so this is not a blast, y'all. I just we keep it real, right? So I apologize if y'all want it. Well, I guess you're here if you want to be here, right? This box was in a bag, which is not a problem. I've shipped box in a bag before. I do not ship this way, but that's me. I just hope that whatever's in here, because it was all meant to be a flip, I hope it's intact. But that's a bummer that my stuff was shipped that way. I, for one, know what it's like to have to purchase. Sorry, I'm still hormonally imbalanced, so I'm a bit emotional, y'all. So it's not the package that's upsetting me so much as I just hope nothing was broke. Because, but, maybe it all survived, we'll see. I've had worse packing and it survived, so let's get into this. I do not even have a cost of goods right now, so if the seller didn't put an invoice in, not everybody does that. I tried to. I haven't been able to do that the last 3 cycles. I'm sorry, y'all. I barely got stuff printed for labels this time. Alright, so we're just going to have to butcher this. Yeah, see, the box is already, and that wasn't me. So it's just a bit alarming. Now, whether or not I'll be a returning buyer, it'll definitely have to be an email of, hey, I will send some extra. Please go purchase. Oh, thank goodness it looks, I mean, she packaged the box well, so I'm not worried about that, y'all. This is not a blast, okay? This is not a blast. This is just more or less, hey, it happens to me too, right? Thank goodness. That's what I was worried about. I had some tins. I knew about the tins, but I don't remember what else I got. And I was just thinking in the chip box. But it doesn't show. It looks like it arrived in the condition it was sold to me in. So I'm grateful for that. It just made me very nervous. My grandmother has one similar to this, which is why I chose this one. It's a Hallmark. You know, we try to help each other out, etc., etc. Now, the next item. Thank goodness we're not in winter, otherwise this would have probably shattered. But it arrived, y'all. It arrived safe. That packaging just made me very, very nervous. It really did. You can come in. I have the screen turned. So everything arrived safely. I don't know how, but I am live, and we have serious people in here, so it's fine. Hey, I've had stuff packed and shipped to us in worse containers than that. So, but definitely, if I was to be a repeat buyer, I would have to have a combo because I enjoy the seller. But packaging, especially if you're starting out, sometimes that can be really costly on the pocketbook. I don't pass my shipping cost, my packing cost on to anyone. So I get it. The struggle is real, but it's got to be packaged better than that because, I mean, this could have been far worse. But everything arrived safely, y'all. So I'm happy for that. And she did package the inside well. It's just the shipping container she chose is absolutely just a 0.
That's an inside box that you drop into a hard cardboard box. I've done that with something that.
Right. So, I'm all for recycling, so I'm not trashing anyone. But this is not.
We reuse a lot of our stuff if we can. I mean,
we can.
You know, if a box gets to us,
Mr. Staff, bring it down just a little.
Sorry. If a box
make sure your labels aren't showing. I just want to make sure because sometimes the small ones do show our.
But you know, it comes in, it's all wrinkled. It's trash. I'm not going to reuse that.
We might use it.
I might use it for an internal box, you know, to put glass in and then drop it to float it.
Well, no, you usually butcher those up and use them as the crumple zone.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, because you told our honey hole people, you told them because they were struggling that day when they were trying to ship some glass, remember? Yeah. And it was uranium glass.
Yeah.
So it all arrived, so no harm, no foul. I just need to have a conversation if I was to purchase again. I'm willing to pay the difference of, you know.
Hi, Scooter.
So, hey, Scooter. We just did a live unboxing. It was my first with a particular seller. I will not put her out there because I don't want her blasted. She don't deserve it. But it was a box in a bag, which is fine, but no. I will tell you, if anyone is familiar with me, most people know that I had a reseller who packaged well during peak season. It had antiques that are irreplaceable, period, in the story. You cannot find those items anywhere on the internet. And then some. And everything except for, I think, 3 items in that box was shattered, including wood ornaments. Right. And it was packed right. It happened during shipment. I took 31 photos. That was before I started doing live unboxings. And it took me 3 days to reach out to that seller, not because they had done anything wrong. I knew it happened during shipment. The problem with the carrier was they didn't even put a label on saying my package was damaged. They just taped it up and sent it on. That was during the peak season. So actually, except for a few people, stopped purchasing glass during winter because anything breakable, fragile like that during the winter time, because
It just was getting destroyed.
it was getting destroyed, and so I will not because there's a stench. I even if I don't smell stench, unless I'm
Brown paper does have
familiar.
a smell. So.
Yeah, but it smells like brown paper. It doesn't smell
Right.
like it's sat anywhere for too long. So the inside materials I can reuse for another shipment. So that stuff can be recycled. This stuff, please don't send my stuff in this. Send me an email and say, hey, Steph, I don't have a proper box or whatever. And I'll tell you what, I will drop you some PayPal and I'll cover the cost of that too. So it's not a big deal. It really isn't, other than the fact that let's not ship stuff for real in food boxes if you can. When we started sourcing initially because it was startup, right?
Yeah.
So we went to the recycle bin at Dollar General here in the village.
I'd say probably the first 5-6 boxes, all were food boxes.
They were all food boxes, and it didn't occur to me, right? And I mean, I raised 4 babies, and you don't think about peanut allergies once you get out of school, right? And I wasn't thinking, and someone had actually mentioned it during a morning show. I think it was before the first of the year, about recycling boxes when you're doing shipments. If the box or whatever you're shipping in is integrity sound, go ahead, reuse it. I do a lot of that when I can because it saves my bottom line, and I believe it saves the planet in some small way. And it at least reduces the waste for my environment. So it's not a huge deal. It just made me nervous. I knew about the tins, but I could not remember what else would be fragile in that package. And I'm glad it all arrived safely. So it's not a blast. I'm going to enjoy my items. I'm just going to drop my new seller that, I purchased from recently and be like, hey, it all arrived safely. But I have to, when I bid with people, I have to bid with confidence that my stuff's going to be packaged. It's going to come in a shipping package, whether it's a box in a bag, but it's going to at least survive being with a carrier, because that could have been so much worse. No dings, no dents. Surprisingly, I watched an unboxing in the last, we'll say 90 days, and it was an antique tin. I can't tell you who was all involved other than the channel, and I'm not giving them a shout out. I think they handled their negative unboxing most professionally and respectfully. But that tin was an antique, and it was an overseas antique tin. And so I know what tin looks like when it's destroyed because it's not packaged well. If y'all weren't here earlier and you catch the replay, somewhere probably in the first 35 minutes of our show, you're gonna see Mr. Staff come in because he ran out of tape packaging everyone's stuff. Mind you, the village post office closes early. They are not 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, nothing like that. It's our mail carrier not our mail carrier. We don't have one. Our postmaster, and he on certain days has a helper that's there part-time. So, it's a drive-in direction for postal. And we were cool with doing Manhattan for all drop-offs, but, we missed that window because we had, we probably at least double our regular shipment
Oh yeah.
week.
And then, me not getting out of work early, which is a normal for Mondays. Normally Mondays I walk out of
you're
there at
usually
12:30
yeah.
and I'm home.
Yeah, you're usually home by
But
1.
we got hit with some pretty good sized caterings, and one of them came in late, and it's like, you have to get the food ready for it. You can't just, well, it's time for me to go. Sorry. So me getting home late didn't help not get us out all at once, let me tell you.
But you just got to slow down. So I haven't even posted that on my community page yet. I'm going to, because not everyone that had packages scheduled to leave today was in my chat, and life just happens sometimes that way. We just have to slow down. Shoot, I am so far behind
Yeah,
because
I
I
don't
wasn't
know
paying
what's up with
attention.
that, Scooter.
What's up with what? Today and last Monday, I have not been able to leave work early. What's up with that? I don't know. But it's more than just a few of us. Like, a lot of people are being impacted. And I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining. Like the whole energy field, right? And I'm not talking out of thin air. It just, like, everything kind of seems a little off. But maybe it's the moon cycles. I'm not talking hocus pocus. You can find it in the Bible about moon cycles and solstice and all that good stuff. It's probably under some different lettering. I don't know my Bible the way most people do, but I know Paul and Judah, sorry, and let's see, all those. So it is what it is. I'm just grateful I ain't gotta file a claim, and I ain't gotta email saying, hey, my stuff was damaged. So first one in chat. So this is how we're gonna roll it. We're gonna roll it even on an unboxing.
Card.
So
It.
save here first. That's Ella, y'all. She may or may not still be listening in the background. That woman wears many hats, and dude, I don't know many people on her level that move mountains, but there are more than a handful of y'all that do that, and she's amazing in her own right for that reason. She was the first one in chat, so she's going in our giveaway. With that said, Ella, I still have your giveaway. I found it the other day when we were moving. When I say I found it, I didn't actually lose it. It was in a different giveaway container. That was all way back last year. I know she's not worried about it.
She's still listening.
But I haven't forgot. It's going to be coming to you. Hopefully, I do have a shipment unscheduled. Well, it's scheduled, but it's not a regular shipment this week. So hopefully I'll have my ducks in a row. Y'all, I don't even think it's ducks anymore. Just saying.
You need to eat.
I'm going to. All right. So there you are. Save here first. Shawnee Grows, welcome in. Unboxing. Jody, welcome in. Y'all all connect. Jody can drop channels and stuff here. So anytime we do an unboxing, anyone with a wrench, not everyone gets them. It's not anything personal, y'all. It's just stuff, right? So Jody is a great supporter, and she is another reseller, but not here on the tube. She brings positivity and so much more to getting all our channels growing. So y'all check her out.
Yeah, Shawnee, I'm wanting to actually do a video and put just a cheap glass cup from like the dollar store and package it. And I want to go kick it off the top of the
Are we gonna
parking garage.
No, dude. Remember we were gonna pretend it was shipping day,
Yeah.
and we was gonna go live and be like, hey, how well do you trust Mr. Stuff's packing? We were gonna make a box that we had already shipped look like a box that we were gonna do that with. So there is a parking garage. What is it, 2 or 3 stories high?
3, yep.
And we're gonna package things that we purchase, obviously, that aren't.
Hey, Robin.
that aren't going to be resold or anything. It won't be anyone's shipment. And we're going to show different ways that we've received packages and what happens no matter what carrier you go through. When Mr. Steph drop kicks the thing off at least a 2-story ledge, and then, yeah, because things like that do happen. Rarely does those type of packages happen with me anymore. Sometimes it's a new person, and that's okay.
And that's where it's all a learning experience.
That's where communication works both ways, right? Both as a reseller and as a buyer. And I mean, there's got to be constructive feedback. You can express yourself without being rude or an ass. So I'll obtain that tomorrow because it's been a long day, y'all. So I appreciate all of you. Shawnee, I think I commented last night with my channel on one of your things. Maybe I didn't, just liked it. Who knows? It's been a long week and a half, something like that. Straight, but I love your content. I want you to know that. Hey, Maritza, welcome in. Hippie, I did not mean to forget to say, hey, Hippie, y'all. Hippie Grandma, if y'all don't recognize her name, yes, she added a little to it. It says Hippie Grandma Bargains. And I want to tell you, just like Robin, same Robin that's in bottom in chat, I want to tell you, when she goes live, whether it's on her channel or someone else's, I'm going for the first buy. I'm going for the first purchase. I am. So I'm going to have a little extra. So even if I pay up for that item, I absolutely want bragging rights. So game on, Hippie. The hourglass just flipped. So girl, when you're ready, let's talk. I'm actually very excited to see her get started because Hippie and I have known each other before. Slightly before I was actually reselling on my channel, and I will tell you, she is still the same Hippie as she was in 2024. All right, Jody, Scooter, Renee, welcome in. Hey guys, we just dropped off, like quite literally, and I'm looking and I'm like, you know what? I'm not waiting till tomorrow to open that. Regardless, we're just gonna open it tonight and see the condition. And I'm glad I did, and I'm grateful you were all here. It wasn't a blast. It was just an unboxing to see the condition. And even if it had all been damaged, I still wouldn't have told you who it is. Because I enjoy her. I enjoy her positivity, her energy that she brings to the tube. So will I purchase from her again? Yes. But I have to be able to bid in confidence knowing my stuff's going to be shipped the way I'd like it shipped. Even if it costs me a little extra. And that's fine. That's between me and that seller. You're never going to know. Okay, let's see. Scooter and today was, yeah. Oh, shoot. Hopefully I didn't hit anything because I was Robin. Ella, get out of here. Robin, are you trying to run off the one and only Ella? Goodness, girl, I love y'all. Y'all make it fun. Thanks for listening. I'm gonna close out, y'all. I'm gonna throw a community thing up here in a few minutes. I'm gonna create a little thumbnail so it draws attention because most people know, unless it's weather related, most of the time, 9 out of 10, your package leaves when it's scheduled to. So if you're hearing this for the first time, if you weren't here earlier in the evening, please, understand. It was my fault, not Mr. Stephanie's. Okay. We've had a lot going on in 2025, and the one thing I can't do is to face sunrise without him because of packing and shipping day. So Blame me. I'm sure. I'm sure. We'll do some giveaways for next, next week. So love y'all. Have a good night. Catch you on the highways. And FYI, I'm on scooters tomorrow. I'm gonna be the chicken nugget, and I might have created in my mind right now. We'll see if I can whip stitch it together, a chicken nugget outfit. We'll see. As long as it looks presentable enough, I'll wear it. We'll see. It might look completely ridiculous, but hey, I'm willing to be that if I need to. Not that that's a requirement to be on Scooter
Night,
News.
Robin.
Good night, y'all. Love you. Okay. I'm actually in YouTube for streaming and not StreamYard. Oh, okay. It says in stream right here. See you later.